Good morning all of you. Today I will cover the following topic, that is abstract class and interface in Java. Abstract class in Java, a class that is declared using abstract keyword is known as abstract class. If we are mentioning the abstract keyword before the class, then it make it is a abstract class. It can have abstract methods without body or with body, means concrete method or non-concrete methods. Both methods are present in abstract class, as well as concrete methods and also non-concrete methods. Actually, abstract class is used to implement the data abstraction in Java and also implement the runtime polymorphism in Java. We can implement 50%, 0 to 50% runtime polymorphism in abstract by using abstract class in Java, because abstract class contain both types of functions, concrete and non-concrete, means method without body or method with body. Okay, so abstract class cannot be initiated, but they can be subclassed. It means abstract class we cannot create the object of abstract class. We cannot create the abstract of object of abstract class, and but we can inherit the abstract class. Okay, or we can mention the constructor in abstract class, and also data members also define a abstract class. An abstract class may have static field and static methods. It may contain static data members and data methods in a abstract class. When an abstract class is subclass, the subclass usually provides the implementation of for all of the abstract method in a method in its parent class. That means abstract methods must be implemented by the subclasses or child classes. However, if it is does not, then the subclass must also be declared abstract. If we are not implemented the abstract method in a child class, then it must be place abstract keyword before the class. Means we make a abstract class, we make a abstract class for the child. Okay. If there is an abstract method in a class, that class must be abstract. Means if we define the abstract method in a class, then it must be defined abstract. Class must be defined as a abstract. If you don't do that, then it gives the error. It is a rule. If there is an abstract method in a class, that class must be abstract. So rule for the Java abstract class, an abstract class must be declared with an keyword abstract. It can have abstract and non-abstract method. It cannot be initiated. It can have final method. It can have constructor and static method also. Okay. This is a simple example for abstract class. Here abstract class A, and it contains an abstract method that is called abstract void run, and class B extend the class A, means class B is the subclass of class A, or A class is the abstract class. Then the abstract method must be defined in the subclasses, in subclass. So void run is implemented, or void run is defined in a class subclass B. So we have give the simple statement system.out.println running safely. Now in this example, I have created a reference variable of base class and assigned the memory of subclass in it. Then it call method of child class, override method of child class, object.run. So output is running safely. This is a simple example. And another example, Here abstract class is shape and it contain the abstract method, abstract voids draw, and shape class is inherited by the rectangle class and override the method draw, and another subclass of shape is circle1 and define and again override the method of shape draw system.out.println drawing circle. Here one class test abstraction1 in which I have defined public static void main and creating a reference variable of class shape, which is parent class, and assign the memory of child class in it and call the method get shape draw by using the object of or reference of base class. So it will call the method of class circle1. Okay. Next, another example of abstract class in Java. Here abstract class is bank and it contain abstract in get rate of interest method, and SVI class extend the bank class here and override the method abstract method in SVI, and another class PNB also extend the bank and define and override the method of base class int get rate of interest, and another class test bank in which I have defined the public void static main, and here we have to create the reference variable of bank B and assign the object of SVI class and call the method get rate of interest. It is defined in a SVI class or override in a SVI class, because we have to pass the reference or we have to assign the memory of SVI class into reference of bank. That's why it is called the method of SVI class. And here again assign the memory of PNB class in reference of bank class, then it will call the method of PNB class. Okay. So output is rate of interest is 7% or rate of interest is 8%. And here an abstract class can have a data members, abstract method, method body, non-abstract method, constructor, and even main method. We can define main method in a abstract class. Okay. So here abstract class bike system.out.println bike is created, abstract run, void change gear is the method, non-abstract method in a class bike, and creating a child class which inherit the abstract class Honda, creating a child class which is inherit abstract class, and child class is Honda and base class is bike, and override the method which is abstract in a bike class in Honda. So creating the test class is called the abstract and non-abstract method. Public static void main is defined in test abstraction 2 and create the object of or create the reference variable of parent class bike obj and assign the memory or reference of child class in it and call the method object.run and call the method object.change gear. So output is bike is created, running safely, and gear change. So summarize all the things about the abstract class are as follows. The key points to remember: so we use the abstract keywords to create abstract classes and method. An abstract method does not have any implementation body or method body. A class containing abstract method should also be abstract. We cannot create object of an abstract class. To implement features of an abstract class, we inherit subclasses. from it and create object of subclass. A subclass must override all abstract method of an abstract class. However, if the subclass is declared abstract, it is not mandatory to override abstract method. We can access the static attributes and method of an abstract class using the reference of the abstract class. Now, we can implement practically it. So, here we can demonstrate the examples by using JDK. So, run CMD. First of all, we have to check for the compiler interpreter Java C, it's okay. Then come interpreter Java, fine. Both are present in this system. Now, I have created a program in drive, in any drive. So, I have choose D drive and make a folder and give the name like a MCA. Here I have created a text document file in which I have defined a abstract class abstract class A, and here I have defined a abstract method abstract void so I have only given the signature of show method because it is an abstract method in a abstract class A, and close it and create a child class B, extends class A. Here we define or we override the method abstract method in a child class, that is void show here give the message system dot out dot println this is abstract method and close it. And again define the public static void main string args. Okay. Okay, now here you have to create the reference variable of a base class A obj and give the reference of subclass in it. So new B and call the method so obj dot show here. Okay. Now class will be closed and save it with the name of class B because class B contain the main method. Save as. b dot java. Save it and select the D drive and CD MCA. Okay. Java C b dot java, compile and run. Java, name of class is B. This is abstract method. Okay, it's fine. It is also done by the dynamic method dispatching. It is also done by the dynamic method dispatching. Dynamic method dispatching. Actually, runtime polymorphism is implemented by the three methods or three ways. One is dynamic method dispatching, second one is abstract class, and third one or last one is interfaces. So it is also done by the dynamic method dispatching. Okay, so we have cleared the abstract keyword here, from here, and also from here, but we define this method, must be defined this method. So system.out.println Control B, here use of dynamic method dispatching, use of dynamic method dispatching, Control C and Control E here. So words of dynamic method dispatching, and this is in class B method. This is in class B. Okay, or save it. Again run it. Java C b.java, and this is in class B. Here I have changed something, like we have to delete this method from here. Okay, like that. It is a class which is empty, and it is inherited by the class B. So it is possible by this or not? Check it. No, cannot find the symbols. So it is rule, whenever we define the reference variable of class A, it must be define the override function in subclasses. So it must be define the show method in class A, then it is work. If we are creating the reference variable of class A, it is necessary to define all the method in subclasses. All the method of subclasses must be defined in a base class, because subclass is override the method of parent class here. Okay, clear? Okay, so go to the next topic. Interfaces. Another way to achieve the abstraction in Java is with interfaces. Actually, interfaces are used to implement the multiple inheritance in a Java, because Java does not support the multiple inheritance. Java does not contain the pointers. That's why Java does not support the multiple inheritance. So while using the interface, we can implement the multiple inheritance in a Java, or interface implement 100% runtime polymorphism in Java. Actually, interface is just like a class. It is a keyword and mention as a class interface and give the user defined name of the interface. Okay. So an interface is completely abstract class because interfaces contain only no abstract methods. Non-abstract method cannot be defined in the interface. But in Java 8, after Java 8, we can define default methods in interfaces. Okay. So an interface is completely abstract class that is used to group related methods with empty body. Java interface also represents the EJ relationship. EJ relationship means inheritance. Parent-child relationship is also represented by the interfaces. It cannot be initiated just like the abstract method. It means we cannot create the object of interfaces. Since Java 8 we can have default and static methods in an interface. Since Java 9 we can have private method in an interface. So why do we use interface? I have already defined. It is used to achieve total abstraction, means 100% abstraction is implemented by the interfaces, or 100% runtime polymorphism is implemented by the interfaces. Since Java does not support multiple inheritance in case of class, but by using interface it can achieve multiple inheritance. I have already defined. Okay. It is also used to achieve loose coupling. Loose coupling is good for software development. High cohesion and loose coupling is more preferred in a software development. Okay. So it is support to loose coupling. Interfaces are used to implement abstractions. So the question arises, why we use interfaces when we have abstract classes? What are the reason? The reason is that abstract class may contain non-final variables, where variables and interface are final, public and static. Means interfaces contain by default final, public and static data of variables, and abstract methods are by default public. Okay. So public and abstract. Okay. So here the signature of interface is user defined name is printable and contain a variable int min equal to 5 and one abstract method, by default abstract method void print, and compiler understand the signature as like interface printable public static final int min equal to 5 and method is public abstract void print. So method is by default public and abstract, and variables are by default public, static and final. So it will call with the name of interface. So variables are called with the name of interface. Okay. So the relationship between classes interfaces are in sense of inheritance. If one class is inherited another class, that means we mention the extends keyword in between the two classes. And if the interface is inherited by the class, then we use implements for the inheritance. If both are the interfaces, then we use extend. It means both are the same type of entity, then we use extend. If both are different types of entity, then we are using implements. In case a class means extend, interface class implement, interface means extend. Here the simple example, interface bank float rate of interest. It is abstract method in a bank class. It is also public and abstract. here class SVI implements bank public rate, float rate void interest. Why we use public here in subclass? Because this is by default public. If we are not mentioning public here, that means it is a default, or default modifier is more restrictive than public. That's why public cannot be held by the default modifiers. That's why we are using public here. If we are not using here public, then it will give the errors. Okay. So full interface bank, float rate of interest, class SVI implement bank, and define the abstract method here, and again class PNB implements the bank, है ना? Okay, and again define the or override the abstract method here, and the same working here, just like abstract. We have to create the reference variable of interface bank B and assign the memory or reference of class subclass SVI in this reference, and call the method rate of interest. Okay. And this is the multiple inheritance in Java. One class inherit more than more than two interfaces. A class which is inherit the more than two interfaces, then it is multiple inheritance. Or one class and one interface, it is also multiple inheritance. Interface extend more than two interfaces, then it is also multiple inheritance, kind of multiple inheritance. And in Java, there is rule class only extend one class at a time. Okay. So this is the example for multiple inheritance. Here interface printable, another interface is showable, and class A7 implements both the interfaces, and it must be defined in a, it must be abstract method, it must be defined in a subclass. So void print is override here, and void show is override here, and output is hello welcome. Default method in interface. Since Java 8 we can have method body interface, but we need to make it default methods. Let's see an example. Interface drawable. Void draw is the abstract method, and message is a default method. So it have a body system.out.printer default method, and class rectangle is a subclass of interface drawable, and override the method abstract method here, public void draw system.did this, and create the reference variable of interface drawable D, and assign the memory or reference of the child class subclass rectangle, and call the method draw and message here. Okay. And Java 8 static method interface, we can define a static as method in a interfaces. So it will call with the name of interface. So in this example, we can see it drawable.cube. Cube is a static method. So it will call with the name of the interface. Okay. Java nested interface. An interface that is declared within in another interface or class is known as nested interface. The nested interfaces are used to group related interfaces so that they can be easy to maintain. The nested interface must be referred by the outer interface or class. It cannot be accessed directly. It must be remembered. Nested interface must be public if it is declared inside the interface, but it can have any access modifier if declared within the class, because it is by default as a public. Nested interfaces are declared as static implicitly. Okay. So syntax of nested interface is that interface name, and again inside this interface we define again the next another interface, and we can call it, or we can also syntax of nested interface which is declared within a class. Example of nested interface which is declared within the interfaces. interface variable which contain abstract method void show. Another interface is defined as showable interface. Interface message is defined in a showable interface, and it contains abstract void message. And how to call it or how to implement it by using the class. So class test nested interface implements showable dot message, because this interface message is a static by default. So it is called with the name of interface. So showable dot message. So here we have defined, or we have to override the method show and message here. Okay. So another example of nested interface which is declared within a class. Class test interface yes void show. Class testing implements test dot yes, and here we have to override the method of interface in class testing, and create the reference variable of test dot class test, because yes is the static by default. So that test dot yes, we have to create a reference just like a test dot yes obj, and creating the object of testing class T new testing, and assign the memory of copied the reference of testing class object into the reference variable of test dot yes, and call the method obj dot show. So output is show method of interfaces. Can we define the class inside the interface? Yes, we can define a class inside the interface. Java compilers creates a static nested class. Let's see how can we define a class within an interface. So we can understand by using the example how to define a class in an interfaces. So this is the syntax for to define the class inside the interface app, and we have to define a class indeed. Okay. So this is the example for to define a class in an interface library which contain a method void issue book, and you have to pass the reference variable of class B, class book, and another abstract method in interface is void retrieve book, and passing the reference variable of class book, and we define the class book in the interface public class book. It must be make a public in interface. Class book must be declared as a public in interfaces, because interfaces contain the public methods or abstract method by default. That's why we have to mention the public keyword before the defining the class in interface inside the interface. So public class book, and define the variables int book id, string book name, int issue date, int return date. And how to inherit this interface by the class? So public class simple implements library, and define the methods abstract method here, public void issue book B system dot book issued, and second method is retrieve book retrieve, and here in this main method we have to create the object of sample class sample obj equal to new sample, and how to call it obj dot issue book. This is the method override in a simple class, so that's why it is calling with the help of object of a sample class obj dot issue book, and passing the reference variable of book class. So new library, because library is the interface and book is defined inside the interface. So it must be call it like that, new library dot book, and here also for the retrieving method obj dot retrieve book new library dot book, and output is book issued and book retrieved. Okay. So thank you very much. This is today I will cover the abstract and interfaces So thank you all of you.